Oh. Here we go. This is Temple Mines. Well, it's going to be Temple Mines split. We've gotten through most of the early game. Now we get to the early game killer. This is a very technically difficult split. There's a lot of things that can go wrong and probably will go wrong with this tutorial. I'll try to show everything. I'll try to do my best at explaining things. But do bear with me, and as always, ask questions in Discord. This is just meant as a general guide. It's not really completely comprehensive, though I do try to make it as comprehensive as I can. Though I suppose I'm not very good at it, and apologies for that. Well, we just entered Temple Mine, and the split has begun, and we immediately want to go here and go through the door. The door, as you can see, is just straight on the left. No, left, lol. On the right. So just go through the door while blind, dash up here, take this box, place it here, jump, jump, and now you can either be a psychopath and do a long jump here, somehow. It's a very, very precise long jump, as you can see. Or you can do the much easier, jump off, hold quick menu, and then hold the dash and the special art button. Quickly let go of the quick menu and hold it again to charge it up, then let go. As soon as you're here or over the platform, if you actually did it straight like I tried to, you eat a just water, thereby landing on the platform. You can also just long jump, as you saw that. On controller, I know it can be hard to do this, and I think a lot of people like going into the map because they can let go of the quick menu button, and then going out of the map, and that will have done the letting go as well. This is called a map buffer, and it's about the same. Note that you do not want to eat both of the just waters, because we need one later, though I'll just ignore it. So, I failed the easy jump, which is great. Let's try this again. Going blind, go down, and we do a dash out, long jump. Eat this. If you don't eat it, you'll fall out on this side. Then you can do normal jump, and then you need to long jump this, like this. It's just a single, not really hard. There's no real good way to do it if you miss it. You just have to try again. But go through the door, immediately hit this, start the puzzle, and just complete it normally. Pick up the item, and then we go down here. And this puzzle, there are a few different ways to do. I will be showing what I find to be the easiest way. I don't know the setup. I know Jürgenstein has a setup that looks extremely cool, but it's not actually faster than what we do. And there's also a no block moving setup that takes a lot of practice to get right, and it's still not really faster to do. So just do what I'm about to do. It's really easy. So first you want to go up here and you want to move this all the way, so you can't move it any further. Then you want to go down here and you want to move this block down until it's equal with this ledge. And then you want to move it on top of this thing in the floor. So this is the setup for the blocks. We're going to talk about what to do if this is a bit further down, but for now, let's just pretend you got it perfect. You stand in the edge here, so you can see you automatically get moved back a little. And then you aim on this here, just over the lines that start the middle box. And that will complete the puzzle there. So, now the reason it's important for this to be all the way down here is so that the ball will actually hit this one. If this is too far this way, you can be unlucky and it is too low to actually hit this one. So if you accidentally don't push this all the way, just think to yourself, I need to push this a bit lower, like this for example. That may be even a bit too low, but let's just try it. And so we stand here, and now we need to aim lower on this block. This block is lower, we need to aim lower on this block. Let's try here. And as you can see, that still works. However, if the block had been here, it might not have. It could have easily missed it, depending on where this block is. So I just recommend pushing this all the way and trying to hit this thing here in the floor as close as possible. If you do go a bit lower here, and that is all the way, it will still work. You just have to in the same place I showed, just before the line. Now, when you have done this shot, I recommend that you stay on the platform you just shot the shot at. This is a bit too low. So you stay on top of these. Okay, I jumped. This is simple mine, nothing ever goes perfectly. So I recommend just checking, okay, this will work, and then eating a spicy bun. Now this spicy bun you will need to keep for quite a while, for this fight and the next fight. So do practice this, make sure you can let it stay all the way. It shouldn't really be that hard. The only thing that can fuck you over is if you die, it will go away. We have one extra spicy bun throughout the entire run, so once in the run you are allowed to fuck up something like uses a spicy bun. Just always remember that. So we go here, we start the fight, we want to do a full combo on this guy and then dodge out of the way as he's running towards us and then immediately hit him with a first cut. So full combo, dodge and first cut, and that will kill him. Some people like to wait until they see him slow down and stay red until they hit him with a full cut. It makes it easy to hit him with the first cut. Sometimes you can't get the full combo in before he starts running at you. In that case, you have to, the first cut won't kill him, so you have to just go back and hit him. And then just skip cutscene. So actually, let's do that one more time. I forgot to make a save, but that's okay. Ooh, did you notice? It's a bit of a mistake. It's not really far enough to eat the spicy bun, but it will still work. It's not that precise, the block movement, just know that you have to make certain differences depending on where it is. So, like that, skip cutscene, and we go here. Skip cutscene, and first floor, and then down. And here comes the next trick. This trick is, I actually don't know what it's called. Or I do know what it's called, but I'm just forgetting. Well, we are trying to hit the switch without actually lowering the platform by going that way. So what we want to do is we want to jump off here and then immediately long jump this way, and then after we've long jumped, hit again. So, like that. And you can just stand here and practice it. It's just a single dash, and basically you have to be fast about it when you do the long jump, otherwise it won't work, and you actually have to jump. You can see most of my failed attempts is because I don't jump. So, you want to hit it just once, then stand on the platform, go into here, go down to circuits. Your cursor will be on equipment, so you actually go up once, circuits, and then you switch first cut for a zero strike. Okay, so you'll be on equipment, you go up, you switch here, and then you just wait. You can long jump there for a bit of extra time. We have the glitch where there is double the music. Okay, it went away. Here, you want to melee this bomb here, and then a zero strike into it, and then grab this box. Depending on where you hit the bomb to, this might not, this block here might not be gone, or this block here might not be gone. But here we got it all, so we just push it here, long jump once, and then we're going to long jump into the fight. And you can do a double long jump, or you can just do normal. We shoot, and then we hit the bomb, and then a sure strike into the bomb. This will make it so that we don't actually take any damage from the bomb. And we want to hit all 4 ants with that one, and we do this. We hit the bomb, and then we melee it, trying again to hit as many ants as possible. The optimal fight here kills all ants with only these 2 bombs. But that is really unlikely, and it needs high rolls on both bombs for all the ants. Otherwise, try to avoid dying, maybe do another bomb. Once they're low, just melee them. Pick up this and go out. I'll show one more ants fight. Or at least one more, depending on how it goes. So, Zero Strike, melee, and I could just melee the last ones there. It's a sort of judgment situation. How grouped are they together? How easy are they to hit? Stuff like that. Let's do one more actually. So you can see here, I decided not to spawn another bomb, but that was clearly slower. So maybe I should have spawned another bomb. And we don't actually need to do this because I already hit a bomb into here. That's Ants fight. It will never go right, it will never go well. I'm just joking. It will go right at some point, but do practice it. It feels extremely satisfying to get the quick fight with just 2 bombs, but it's RNG and you can never trust RNG. Always, basically get ready. You have to use 3 bombs basically always. It's the fastest to use 3 bombs as well. Don't just start meeting like I showed last time, though you can do that. And watch out for not dying. So we long jump just to save a bit of time. And then we do this puzzle basically normally. Here, I like to shoot the next switch blind. Some people don't. Test out what you like to do. And I actually missed. Long jump down here, and then we go into this room. Okay? We just stand and wait, and then we hit this. And there are a lot of ways to do the next part of this room. I'll show you the fastest way first, if I hit it. Okay, I didn't. Yeah. So, what you want to do is basically hit the bomb into that. I'll just quickly reload this room because I forgot to make a quick save. Okay. So this part is pretty normal, this is pretty standard. Here, we want to line it up so you can either do an easy lineup or a hard lineup. The hard lineup helps with lining up the bomb for a 6-second skip. So I'll show the easy lineup here. Stand, oh my god. So basically you want to stand in the corner here and aim somewhat out here and then hit underneath the bomb so the bomb lands on the platform. That's the easy lineup, but that makes the next part of the trick super hard. So the next part of the trick is you want to Azure Strike into the rocks while also hitting the bomb and being close enough to the rocks that both of them explode, like this, and then we want to spam pick up. And the reason we want to spam pick up is because there's a chance that we will pick up the item quickly enough that we can long jump back to the platform, saving 6 seconds. So here you can see I missed the long jump back, so I'll have to wait for a platform, losing 6 seconds this way. Alternatively, you can do the hard setup, which lines up the bomb for a consistent setup to grab the key. But again, nothing is really truly consistent in this game. So here it is, the setup. You wait until you are here. So I line it up by looking at this part of the quick menu where this ends up, and then I want to start doing a dash out, and then spam, and then jump back. That's how I line it up. There are easier or there are other ways to line it up, but basically the most important thing is where the bomb lands when you do this shot here. And so how do you do that shot? Well, you aim just outside of this platform, and then basically immediately as the aim right around here, and then immediately as soon as you see the dots go downwards, clearing the edge, you shoot, landing the bomb here, and so you wait. You go over to the bomb, and you can see I've already missed my lineup here, but basically just go over to the bomb, and then line up and do this while also spamming whatever button you use to pick up items. It's not fully consistent, or at least I don't find it to be. The shot where you get the bomb is really hard to line up, and even if you do it basically perfectly, it won't always work. And so that's how it's supposed to look basically. learn the easy way first. Forget about doing the quick menu strats. Maybe come back to them later. It's only a 6-second time save, and it is sort of difficult. So here, there are a few things I need to say. We long jump from here over to this platform. We shoot just where the transition for the first thing here is, or at least that's where I aim. And then we want this platform to have completely settled in here. And the reason we want it to be completely settled is because that's faster. And so after shooting this, we walk onto the platform and then shoot that as it unlocks. Now I already shot this switch up here once before we went into the previous room. But if you didn't, you need to shoot it in this stretch. You can see where I'm standing. I'm standing sort of on the edge corner thing, and that's important. So do stand here. Then I shoot it once, and you can see now the platform has moved fully to this straight line. And so when it has moved fully to the straight line, or just before it, you want to start running towards this edge. And then you want to do a dash out. So that's the thing with the quick menu where you line up a dash out instead of doing a long jump. You can technically long jump this, but just like the first room in Temple Mine, it's much easier to just do a dash out. And if you're a beginner, I suggest going straight up. Otherwise, go a bit to the left here and directly into the door. Some people like to go into circuits while flying here and switching this there. I don't personally do that, but that does save a tiny bit of time to do that. You can consider learning it like that, but it's just important that you learn how to do this the jump. So let's just quickly go back here. See it again. I'm not allowed. So this is how I line it up. I've already shot that switch. Line it up. Oh, I accidentally did it straight. But that's how we do it. Hit this, a single melee attack will do. In here, you know, like casual. But instead of doing the rest of it casual, from here we do a double long jump. It can be a bit tricky because there's a bit of an angle to it. Practice it, get good at it. But do a double long jump and then decide whether you want to eat here or in here. I like to eat in here personally. So what we eat is a blazing bun. And this blazing bun will need to last us for a lot of fights. You probably won't have it last for all of the fights as a beginner, but do practice this part quite a bit, because the more of the fights that last, you save a lot of time having a blazing bun basically. So eat blazing bun and then switch this if you didn't do it previously. And now we begin a shit fight. And by that I mean it can be pretty hard. I'm gonna first show you the easy way of doing it, which loses a second, and then I'm gonna try and show you the hard way of doing it, which basically saves that seconds. I don't personally suggest you learn the hard way at all. The easy way is much easier, so do that instead. We enter the fight, skip the tutorial, shoot this guy twice, walk up to him, do a full combo, and then first cut him. And then we hit him until he dies basically. That's the easy way of doing this fight. The only thing that can go wrong is sometimes when you line up on the side of him, you won't actually hit him. Let's see here. More controller. So this is all been switched. So you can see he's sort of angled to one of the sides, and you want to be angled at the same side. So here you can see I messed up. So that's why it's actually a hard trick and not just easy. You can mess it up. This was already switched, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So line up on the side. Full combo, and then dash out. You can see he didn't break from that dash out. He didn't get stunned from it. And that's because I was too late. I took too long, and the moment is over. So then you just pivot to trying to do the hard way, which I missed, just barely though, and then kill him. So the easy way is basically shooting him twice in the back, doing a full combo, and then immediately doing first cut while having blazing bun. And then you combo him from behind. That's so annoying. The bombs spawn randomly, so sometimes he just fucks you over like that. It's annoying, but it happens. This is Crosscode. You expect not to die to RNG. So it is a bit rare to get so fucked up by it. So you can see I was late again. But we can just try the hard way. The hard way is super hard when he's standing straight on the side. You optimally want him to stand slightly a bit to the one side, because then you can hit him from two sides. But I do get a good feeling of when you can hit him, where you can hit him, stuff like that. Let's try and see if I can actually do this the easy way one more time. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Oh, that's too late. Okay. So I didn't hit a full combo on him, which is why it didn't work. And I was too late on that first cut. This is so embarrassing. This is really embarrassing, this fight actually. You know, I'm just gonna continue until I get it. Because for some reason it's hard right now, which is fine. So there you go. And then hit this side, hit straight on this side, and hit straight down. And that's the easy way. And the hard way, I probably won't be able to show it considering what I've been showing from skill so far today, but let's just try it. The hard way is basically doing the first cut last. So you can see I already missed it. And then doing the first cut. It's really hard. And it doesn't really save any time. It saves about a second, I believe. But it's much easier to just do the first cut, well, first. Let's try the hard way one more time. So you have to be super precise with both your dash cancel and how you can hit him, because it's actually really hard to judge where you can hit him from at any given time. Which is why I suggest you learn the easy way. Okay, let's move on. You need the blazing burn. If you miss the quick kill, you know, just kill him normally. Really? Oh. If I had hit him one less time there, I would have gotten a hard way back up. But anyway. You level up, you go into here, you immediately go circus and pick up the steel ball and switch this back to a surge strike. And then skip cutscene. E2, straight down, steel ball this. There are two strats here. Gets distracted. Either you can go down and to the right, or you can go up. Personally, I just go up, but down and to the right is faster. So this is up. And then down and to the right is like this. Go into this fight and start shooting this guy. Dodge. See what this guy's doing. Dodge. Sometimes you judge he's running too late and you want to shoot this guy first. So let's actually just try to do this correctly. Optimally you want to hit both of them. Oh, is there no... Obviously there's no preset for that fight. Because why would that be? You can see the preset as the beginner round with cross sandwiches. So do download the NMG presets and use. I don't know why I decided to go downwards, just to show it again, I guess. Okay, so personally, I like to just do steel ball no matter the speed and then just melee this guy. But I guess it's up to you. If you want to attempt that here, you aim straight up, shoot one charge shot and then one steel ball. Oh, you're supposed to hit the bomb first. If you do everything right, that's how that fight works. You basically just run to the other side of the deck, not deck, well, I don't know what they're called, the runner guys. and hope he's running into the bomb. If he's not running into the bomb, you just avoid him and then hit him normally. Yeah, so that's basically that fight. Get out of there. Okay, this fight. Great fight. Not really. We still have the blazing bond, that's important. We are going to run up to that guy and do a full combo. Like this. Then we're gonna run down and dodge. He's gonna run after. And he's gonna run. And like that. That's how the fight is supposed to look. The fight never looks like that. The fight always goes wrong in some way. Again, we still have the blazing button here. I'm just eating it again for demonstration purposes. As you can see, the fight never goes right. And so you just have to figure out how you want to do this optimally by breaking them. But that isn't necessarily faster. Depends on a lot of things. So you want to hit him into this corner with your full combo. You can see I hit him too early. Almost won. But that's how the fight is supposed to look. Practice this a lot. The fight never goes right. Be ready for anything. Sometimes these guys just decide to be dickheads. But basically, so long as you hit this guy full combo into the corner and dodge after you heard him start running, everything should be good. You saw me that was just a skill issue from my side there. Okay, I've never tried this before. That's interesting. Yeah, anyway, don't think we need to see that fight again. Full hit this, run down, dodge after passing this. Don't dodge before it. And then hit him to this way. If you don't hit him, he'll be stuck down here, and you'll need to dodge the guy coming here before you can go down and hit him, and then just steel ball that guy. Do break him though with a charge shot or something. Here, break some of these and just run in. You want to break both of these, and then you want to aim basically as early on this flat part as possible, because breaking this one, I can just show you, doesn't actually work. You come through here. However, breaking only the other one, you can get through. So as soon as this one is broken, go through. Here, stand still and aim. I aim at this, like ice tab from the ground. So aim there, just keep having it, and shoot 3 shots. You want to aim the same place no matter what. You don't want to change where you aim. Even if you aim wrong, don't change where you aim, because then you might have to hit more of them. Go through. Either you do this and actually get good. I can't, clearly. Or you do the easy way, which is just go past this ice place and then down. Past the ice and down, which obviously doesn't work when I try to show it. Into this room and break either these two or these two. And then you go into this fight. Now you should still have your blazing bug active. There's a specific strategy you want to use here. So it might look a bit strange, and so I want to hit this charge. I'm going down here and enemies will spawn. Then I'm going to do this charge shot for the bomb to go straight like this across. And then when I see the top part of the enemy here spawn, I'm going to do a steel ball. So like this. That will hit him twice with the steel ball, and then just shoot this way, blow him off. He will always fall off, so stand on the right side of him and go down here. We're going to be long jumping down here. Let me show that again. So stand here, top part of him, kill him, wait for the fires there, because if you hit the bomb into the flames, it will just explode and you have to aim for another one to spawn. Go on the other side of his spawn location and kill him. You will have blazing bombs, so they will die easier than what I'm showing here. Okay, then jump down, jump here, and there's a beginner and a pro strat here. Pro strat. There's a beginner and a fast strat. The beginner strat is just shooting this and just going into here. The fastest strat is going down here. And right after you hear the jumping sound, you just do a map buffer dash out. Oh, like that. It's a bit more precise. As a beginner, just shoot the ice, learn it later. And then we go into this room. Now there should be a preset with blazing buns here. Yeah. If your blazing bun runs out, this is a great place to eat your extra spicy bun. But if it doesn't run out, it should have about 2 ticks left when you start the fight. Then just run straight into it. I'm gonna do this fight with a blazing bun first. So we run into it, and then we want to immediately steel ball, and then normally do a charge shot. But anyway, once 2 of these has died, the next wave will spawn. And right before the next wave spawns, we want to shoot a charge shot, and then immediately steel ball another one of the spawning ants. Spawning ants, for some reason, take a lot more damage than not spawning ants. So you can insta-kill 2 of these with a charge shot and then a steel ball, while a normal steel ball only does half of their health. So you can see I missed the charge shot, but I demonstrated the steel ball. So again, you can do the same thing here with those guys spawning, which is again after 2 kills. I just missed it. And then otherwise, just kill these guys. Remember, you have a shield, so you don't actually have to dodge these guys if they go at you. Let's just try that one more time. Did I do a quick save? I didn't, right? You get to see this menu a lot. And if you are dying, you do have a cross sandwich if you do the beginner route I showed you. So I shoot right after the camera stops changing. And here I should basically immediately charge up and then shoot. So there's a different timing for both the spawns. So that's basically an optimal ant fight that one. If you don't get it, watch it back. Practice, no one can tell you. I don't have an exact aim place I aim, I just sort of have a feel for where I have to aim. It does take practice, but it saves a lot of time to do those charge shots. But you can also just decide only to do the steel ball. If you do decide only to do the steel ball, something that can help is quick menuing. So quick menuing, you can see whether they're spawned. This will work so long as they have blue health still. You pick up the key and immediately go into circuits and get CSR. Steel ball that one, go through, and then hit this so it only explodes the first one. Maybe learn to count so you can always explode it on the right time. Like just find a count inside of your head that works for that. I just sort of eyeball it, I'll be honest. Go up here, aim. You want to aim on the high side of this ice. And then let's just strike into here. Now we're going to do a trick called bomb warp, which requires us to be able to hear the sound effects. So, as soon as you hit a bomb, start counting. The way I count, I can show you a counting setup and a non-counting setup for control players. You should probably just find your own setup for how you think this works. I just have my own setups. Everyone has their own setups. Some people are good at counting, some people are bad at it. I'm really bad at it. Can't do it, basically. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so exactly on 6 I need to go down. You saw I was late there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there I was a tiny bit early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it worked. So you can see those blocks that were here just exploded. So let's do that one more time. Okay, high here. Let's just do a save here. So my setup involves going into this, between these rocks, basically up here, then lining up on top of the door, and then when hitting 6 in the bomb's rhythm, going down. and that will basically line you up. You have to be aware that you don't enter the door at the same speed every way. So some people like to just learn exactly where the door stops and then stand in front of the door, wait to just before the bomb explodes on like 6.57 or something like that, and then going down. I don't know. Don't like to do that. I just like to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am super early right now. But anyway, you get the idea. If I was just a bit more precise, it would work, but I'm not. And that's because I don't actually use this setup anymore, because I dislike it. As you just saw, I'm bad at it. So instead of doing that, if you are on controller, you can just find a movement pattern that sets you up equally. So I do this. And that was too late, obviously, because it can never work the first try I showed, right? Oh. Ta-da! So I go straight up, I hit this, I go down, the bomb will be not in the way, I go straight over here, and then I can just go down. And sometimes I accidentally go up here, that's a bit slower, and so I purposefully go a bit faster into this door. Let's try that again. Ta-da! I find this much easier, I'll be honest. But I think I'm a bit strange in that I find that easier. That was late. But who knows, maybe you find it easier as well. So at least it's an option. That was also late. You can see I'm missing the door, which is why it's late. Again, it's stupidly precise, and but it saves so much time. So I really do suggest you learn at least the second one. The first one you can sort of get away with not learning. If you want to not learn it, it's doing this. This. So you have about 2 to 3 attempts at getting it good before, like I would say 3 attempts at getting it before it starts losing time to go for it. Anyway, that's the first bomb walk. We do a second one, yay! And this one, again, I have a movement setup that only works on controller, but otherwise, count it! So a lot of people do 1, 2, 3, like that. That didn't work, that was a bit late, I think. I have no idea, I don't count the bomb. Learn the setup. If you want, just stand right next to here, count, and then go into the door. The way you shoot the bomb, by the way, is hitting this lowest rock here, and then just standing against the bomb, so it explodes in place. Now, the movement setup is going down here, top of this, and going down. And that works. Find a setup that works for you. Any setup is viable, so long as it works for you. This is just the setup I have found to be most consistent for me, because I'm bad at counting. And this, you need to do the second one, basically. You can almost not lose time trying it. Even if you lose it 4 times, miss it 4 times, it will probably still save time. It explodes this rock and the next 2 rocks you can see in those 2 openings. And the reason we want to do this is because this guy is RNG. There's the worst RNG you can get is he gives you a bomb after 3 attacks, so the 4th attack will be a bomb. The best RNG you can get is the first attack being a bomb. So, I'm going to do a quick save. And this is also the reason we want to unlock Sphere Saw at this point, because Sphere Saw can quit him out of his Flame Ring attack. So we want to go down here and attack him up against this. Judging what attack he does, depending on what movement he does. Here, if he blinks quickly red without bopping up and down, he's shooting fireballs and you want to guard those. Otherwise, keep him in the corner. You can see he was bopping up and down and while blinking red. That means he's shooting a bomb. Optimally, you want him to be hit by the bomb so you can kill him. You actually need to kill him, because otherwise you won't have enough attack. So you can see now I'm just attacking him, which is extremely slow. Now, let's try that again. Doesn't really matter, I want to keep you. So here, he was doing the spin attack, flame wheel, whatever it's called, and so you sphere saw him. And then you just want to deal a bunch of damage to him. It basically means you got the worst RNG possible. Like that. And then pick up the key. Let's do that one more time. Unlucky. I also strike a bit early. But that's basically it. See if we can get the best RNG. Really can't. Wow. Wow. We actually got 5 attacks. That's so rare. I even forgot it was a thing. Okay. Basically, you don't want that. Hit these guys. Go up. Pro tips, learn a way that somewhat works for you. Personally, I like to stand about here and then aim just under the blue here. And if this shot unlocks the second door, then go a tiny bit down and that will unlock the third door. Okay. Yes. Final part. You do 2 dashes and then go into quick menu. This won't actually start the fight, but you go into quick menu after and then eat a spicy bun. We need this for a quick kill that's coming up. So into the fight. Shoot this guy. Just ignore anything here. Doesn't matter. Kill the ants. Get the and then you go behind him and attack him for hopefully about 500. Yeah, so that's about 500. Now, depending on what attack he's doing, you do different things. You can see he's running at me now, so I just want to stand still. And now I want to go below him and then I want to start attacking. Importantly, you do not hold forward while you are attacking him after he has just dashed into you. So I do a full combo and then I spear saw him to break him. Then I go behind him and I full combo, attack, and spear saw. Go behind him, full combo, spear saw, full combo, spear saw. It's important that we kill him while the ants are out, because then we get the XP from the ants. So even if you miss the quick kill, and you have the opportunity to kill him in the while he's in, he still has the ice thingamajig around him. Don't do it. You need the ants XP. You really do. I don't need to reset. So let's try again and see if we get a different result. Again, we just ignore him, shooting ice torches. Kill the ants. Sometimes it goes slowly and you won't get enough, the same amount of attack on him. You can see he's spewing his shit out. Just stand still, wait, go around him, full combo. Just basically the same thing we just did. That's the easy way to do a quick kill. If you want to optimize the quick kill, you can do dashes between your hits. You saw I just waited them out here. That's because I'm scared of going in front of him and having to go back behind him. Personally, I suggest you just take the L, lose those like 5 frames or whatever, and just stand behind him to hit him. It doesn't lose that much time. Let's just do it one more time. He shouldn't be able to actually do the boulder attack on his first attack after getting broken. So that's at least something, right? Eyes, we're going to start attacking it. And we're going to kill the ants. It's always nice when he stands away from you. Oops. Doesn't matter. Full combo, spear saw, full combo, spear saw. Level up, and you pick up heat. And that's Temple Mine. On most abilities. There's a tiny part in my next step, We'll talk about that in the next video. If you have any questions, leave them in Discord, not the comments. I probably won't check them. Yeah, hopefully you understood everything. Hopefully you didn't find the split that hard. I don't know what else to say. Practice, 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 it makes perfect. If you have any questions or think that I don't explain a trick, check the resources or guides on speedrun.com. Yeah, the guides specifically. There are a lot of video tutorials on how to do the individual tricks. Sip has some, Dragon has some. Hopefully there's an explanation that works for you. If you're on controller and you're having trouble with quick menu tricks, I know that Junstein is super down to help. I know those can be a bit harder on keyboard. Anyways, that's it for today. See you some other time.